year after my being Khalifa. And I went to the passport officer for renewal, and he asked me to wait for a few days, and then he renewed it and handed it over to me. But after I left, immediately he was plagued by the visits of various intelligence agencies. Why did you have this passport made? Didn't you know that he was prohibited from leaving the country? So if he were prohibited, why did you issue a passport? So then he remembered, he said, look here, I remember a letter being issued to me prior to the event of his issuing the passport to me. And early 1973, 1983, the letter was signed by Zia himself. It was taken, the matter was taken so seriously that to his memory, we found out from him, the letter was signed by General Zia himself, and it said, Mirza Nasir Ahmed, the fourth head of the Ahmadiyya community, is not permitted to leave the country from any borders, by any means. Just a short, crisp order and signed. Now, I'm not sure whether it was signed by him or on his behalf by the officer, but the order, according to him, was conveyed and dictated by Zia himself. This view was further supported by a very highly placed Pakistani officer in the central government. He said, you know what happened was that Zia dictated the order, and because he was used to relating with Hazrat Mirza Nasir Ahmed, my predecessor, so his name came automatically to him. And the stenographer wrote exactly as he dictated. He was the king, he was a demigod of the period. So this was what started all the problems. Alhamdulillah. For them. And the name was Mirza Nasir Ahmed. He said, but I suspected this mistake. And on my own, I repeatedly contacted, before issuing this passport, repeatedly tried to ring the Central Intelligence Bureau and try to find out from him if there was a mistake, it has to be corrected. And he said that it so happened that every time I rang, there was no response. The telephone always was engaged until I got tired, and I said, all right, to give the passport. Another thing, the same thing must have happened the night when I was leaving. The telephone kept ringing, nobody